Oh, here we go. If y'all don't know, you need to know. And I don't know where you're at, but this is where you need to be at. I'm new to this whole social media thing. I'm slowly getting acclimated, with my whole CCW movement and being on eBay and getting some exposure on Instagram. Check my page out. I really would appreciate it. Give me a couple follows or what have you. But yeah, they've been doing these versus TVs for quite some time where you've been having the best of the best artists, all eras or what have you, going at it and putting their hits, putting their resumes up against each other to see who ultimately wins. And it's been some classic battles the whole time, and tonight is no different. And based on how many people is in the room with 100, I'm sorry, not 100, 1.2 million people, y'all need to be right here on the side. Yo, we old school with that. That we do the 2 cell phones. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a game. Your boy be out here getting it in. It's all in the back. We got Stacey Abrams in the back. Here we go. Boy, this shit real. For y'all that don't know the history, how ugly this is, man, as far as these two, as far as I can tell, don't like each other and have liked each other in a very long time. It's come to shootouts and different things that have happened and people dying and what have you. And it's just a lot that's been involved with this storyline. But I fuck with both these dudes heavy, man. Young Jeezy and Gucci all day, man. Been fucking with Gucci for a long time. In and out of jail, prison, and what have you. Been fucking with Jeezy, back when he was young, Jeezy, and, come shop with me, and, Gucci going back to, Fat Cat Records, and man, these guys have come a long way. So it's just, this shit is dope. This shit is lit right here. I don't know. If I was to make a guess on that resume, who's gonna end up winning this one? Who's gonna really put it out there? I'm gonna say Jeezy with this one. I just feel like they both got incredible track records. But I feel like Jeezy's had more of the commercial success, and early on, Gucci's ascended to some serious levels as of late. But early on, man, Gucci was really underground. You had to really be into your hip hop. I got a lot of Gucci albums going way back. Remember when he was dropping a lot of his almost what you would consider mixtape type albums early on Atlantic and Warner Brothers early in his career before he got locked up and did this complete remodel. He then got Lean and Mean, so 1017 that took all the way off. So this is crazy, man. Ooh, see these boys, and see what's ill about this whole setup is these guys taking shots, man. Guys been dropping diss records and stuff and bars on each other for a while, man. This is crazy. It's like I said, this is how we gotta do it, man. We got them both on here, Got the business phone and got the personal line. You gotta get both, man. Get y'all in the game, man. Gotta start them businesses, man. It's necessary, But all right, got him sitting at the throne. What we got, Jeezy? Magic City. Never been to Atlanta. I gotta get down there. But, Atlanta's has been the Motown of the South for quite some time. 03, 17 years, man. BMF, all that, Here we go. I don't know, man. I just feel like Jeezy got more firepower, man. Some real Rastan, grown ass man, all by myself. Young with some grown ass plan. You don't know that man. You don't know his pain. You don't know his aim. I've seen them pies. I'm talking so much white, it'll hurt your eyes. Come on, man. This was it, yo. This was a great era, man. I was young, man, when this was coming out, yo. 2003, Man, I'm a couple years into my job. I'm riding around on 22s, man. Man, had the Monte Carlo, man. We was banging all this shit, man. This shit was dope, man. All the Trapper Die. Yo, shout out to my man DJ Infamous. He from the hometown too. He dropped an album with Jeezy, a mixtape called Prime Minister, and he's had some hits throughout his career. Quick little story. I remember we was in chemistry class. We was in Mr. Farrell class, and I'm talking to Calvin. That's his name. And I'm like, Calvin, what you about to do after we get done with high school? And he's like, man, I'm gonna go down to Atlanta and become a DJ, man. And that's exactly what he did, man. So kudos to my man. I always thought that was dope, man. Guys going out there, you know, going really for their dreams and chasing their goals and making it happen, man. So I can truly attest to that, man. DJ Infamous has been doing this thing down there for a long time, so that's always cool, man. Got a lot of firepower coming out of my area, man. Absolutely. But this whole concept is dope, man. As opposed to it escalating to casualties and people being locked up and just all this other stuff, man. They go out here and they show the resume, like I said, man. Especially with all the untimely deaths and situations that have been happening in hip hop. It's been an all-out assault. Unfortunately, King Von dies, leaving I guess the hookah lounge, and uh, Mo gets gunned down on somewhere, I think on the highway in Dallas, and then my man Benny the Butcher, man, gets shot in the leg in Texas too. And then Boosie, his stuff gets shot at, and he gets shot in the leg. And now I'm hearing they saying that Boosie might have to get his leg amputated because of his diabetes, man. So hold your head, man. I fuck with Boosie tough, man. Boosie be spending some time up here in Michigan, man. Go do a lot of, be doing some shit down in the city and stuff, man. I've been a fan of Boosie Badass for a long time, man. So prayers to that. But yeah, this is cool, man. They better get it warming up though. But yeah, I fuck with both of them tough, man. They both been to Lansing before. Gucci came for our common ground and was live, and there was like a sneak concert, and Jeezy just slid up in here. As a matter of fact, I think I got some footage on my channel. Check it out. He slid in, came in here before he shot down to the city, so that was dope. And Legion Doom, man, blowing purple shit to keep him high like the moon. Yeah, no hit, man. Fuck my wrist thing. See, they be talking that shit, man. Get you drumming like the DJ. And tell me I ain't real. This AR that I'm holding got a gangster grill. I mean, real talk, Jeezy took that gangster grill DJ drama wave to a whole nother level, man. This was it, man. That's the first mistake. Little ass up like a Chanterelles plate. And what was dope about this album and this whole time, Jeezy was a genius for. He had so many songs that was on mixtapes. He put a lot of that shit on Trap or Die, man. And that a lot of times you have some of your best work will be on your mixtapes, and you don't let them get out there where they can get some exposure, man. So he was dope. Trap or Die was a classic. What's the one? I can't even think of the name. Uh, Air Forces. Uh, what's the other one that I loved, man? Not Trap or Die. What the hell is that song, man? That's drawing a blank. But nonetheless, man, he had a lot of stuff on there that was already on mixtapes, and I'm glad, man. This is a classic in my opinion. Classic's a term you're not supposed to throw around too loosely, but I can definitely say, in my opinion, Trapper That One is a classic. Just set a whole tone with that, man, and just took the whole trapping and that whole where Atlanta is really with the rap game. As far as the trapping lane, kind of took it to another level, man, and it's very prevalent now. Yeah, Jeezy was legendary at this point in his career. I'm gonna give y'all a little reference. So this is back when people was reading like magazines and Double XL was very prevalent, and the source was still kind of hanging on and what have you. And Jeezy came, it was really about keeping it real at this time. And Jeezy came into the game, supposedly already being a millionaire, coming in with the Lambo. talking to L.A. Reid, who was the president at the time, coming in with these Jacob watches and what have you, you know. So he came in with a whole aura like I was already getting money. So it's like, you'd be a fool not to sign me. And if you don't, I still create my whole independent wave. And this was really big too. A lot of the independent game was heavy at this point because this is right after, you start looking at how the internet, you could burn songs off of different websites and what have you. So, for a lot of these guys to kind of go back to that whole underground effect with slinging these mixtapes, man, was a whole nother lane, man. And Jeezy was pivotal at this point. There's a lot of cats was dropping mixtapes. I mean, Jeezy just can set the tone. He just has so many hits, man. I mean, Gucci's got some hits. Let's not get it twisted. I mean, what y'all think? Who win in this one and why, man? Let me know in the comments section, man. Like I said, definitely fuck with your boy, man. Like I said, Capital Consignment World is the movement. It's the money gang. Shout out to my underboss, Jeezy, my man. He the one that's reminded me about this, so send me the link so I'm in the mix like everybody else. Everybody named Mama in here, man. There's so many people, man. We up to 1.6 million at this point, man. But I was like, let me get on here for a minute and kind of drop some shit, man. Talk some shit while I'm on here listening to this. Rini Rucci, 2 Chainz. Yep, see people saying Jeezy right now. I'm seeing, but it's all opinion. This is it right here, man. Gangsta music, man. This was it for me, yo. I love this song, bro. Love this song, dog. Straight up, man. They had to cut your throat. And they don't drink Pepsi. They just sell Coke. Man, this was it, man. This has so many hits on this album, yo. This was like, what was it, like 19, 20 tracks, man? And I liked him in every one on here. Even the ones I didn't really listen to were still fire, man. This was a dope album, man. Snoop. Yeah, man. Like I said, everybody and their mama in here. It's a lot of, I guess what you would call verified accounts. Like I said, I'm still trying to learn all the lingo. Oh yeah, let me tap in with the draft too while I'm in here. I didn't like the Pistons draft at all. Let me be very clear on that. I did like the fact that he was willing to make a couple trades and try to mix it up, but we didn't hit on. I don't know. I feel like the guys he got, they'll be solid, but they're just not who I wanted. I wanted Obi Toppin. He was right there. That's really cool that he was able to go back home to New York, and I loving his story of he had to just have a growth spurt and it took him to a whole nother level and put in the work necessary, and just like that, man, he was able to make his dreams come true. And that's really the stuff like when I emphasize. Let's see what G talking about. I'll get back in. Going back 05 on the bottom of the map. On the bottom of the strap. Jeezy used to talk that shit. Still talk that shit, man. I still, every time Jeezy drops something, I buy it. That Pyrex vision is dope too, Just all of a sudden, they feel like they get old, and then, it is what it is. But Jeezy, I don't feel like Jeezy's fell off lyrically or anything. He's just not as relevant as he used to be. But yeah, like I was saying though, with the Obi Toppin thing, you watching these guys crying these tears of joy, man, because they put in that time and those hours and long days, that going, being the first to practice, the last to leave, after practice, fine tuning other parts of your game, watching film, all the time invested, the prep work involved to be able to put yourself in a position where you can be drafted and possibly have a great career, a solid career, a phenomenal career, Hall of Fame career, whatever have you, as far as how your luck could play out. Because as you can see with Klay Thompson and his unfortunate Achilles tendon tear, on the other leg that's already, and his other leg is compromised. You just never know. So it's just really unfortunate for him. But just watching these guys and seeing the emotion and how these guys got just really solid resumes, and they're all solid kids and young men as far as some like music, some are working in. My man was working in his mom's flower shop. But yeah, man, all the time, the man hours, woman hours, what have you, involved to get to your goals and accomplish these things. And you come to that culmination, and it's still just the beginning. But I understand that what that feeling is like, even on my levels of being able to do stuff, man. When you really put in time necessary to get stuff done, and it's like, man, it's surreal sometimes. So yeah, it was really cool to watch Obi, get that emotional and. Like he said, man, I would if you'd have told me I'd be in the NBA, he would have thought it was a bad joke. And how humble he was and the humility involved in addressing that everybody played a part in his ascension and him being in that position, and then for it to start in New York, man, I think it's an excellent move for the Knicks. I mean, uh, I'm glad we got a point guard, I guess, but that I'm not knocking Killian. I hope he's successful. I'm not gonna be a dick. I don't want him to fail, but I just wanted to go in a different direction. So let me be clear in that. Uh, I would have personally rather had Halliburton, but I mean, Toppin was right there. I feel like he's got some serious star power. The athleticism is out of control, and it would have just been nice to have something to be excited to go see. And I just feel like the guys that we got are not names that are just like, yeah, I want to go see Killian Hayes, Sadiq Bey, and Patrick Stewart, and then. All we got really is Blake Griffin, who we need to move as well. We sent Luke Kennard in a three-way trade with Brooklyn and the Clippers. So we just don't have a lot to be excited for me personally. There's nothing on that team that is going to make me want to go spend money and go see them, especially if they allow us to go, and it's very selective on what they allow us to do. I'm not going to be doing anything regarding the Pistons right now. So, I mean, this draft, okay. Just wish they would, like, they got me sidetracked because I'm trying to lock in with this stuff. But it's just like, there's nobody, like, talking, nothing, man. Oh, let me see where my, they just kind of up there, yo. I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me, man. But yeah, I mean, the draft, like I said, it was a couple guys. I feel like a lot of the teams made smart moves. Edwards went number one. I know a lot of people aren't really high on him, and they're overly critical. I think the youngin is nice, and Minnesota needed a guard, so or a wing player. So I felt like he was the obvious choice. Golden State made the right move, like I had said before, going to get Wiseman because you needed a center, another building block. The rich get richer as far as them, but it's just like I said, it's unfortunate what's going on with Clay. But yeah, I think that was a solid pickup. You had to go get a big man because it's really all you were lacking. So that was solid. LaMelo going to Charlotte was a really good move too. It's gonna be interesting to see how he plays with Devontae Graham, who's really coming into his own. He's always been nice, even going back to his days in Kansas. I feel like people slept on him, so it's dope that he's getting the opportunity to showcase his skill set. So that's pretty cool. It was a couple guys. Uh, like I said, I watched the draft. I've been watching this since I was a little kid. Like I said, it used to be, you go in the round six of the NBA draft and be on like for hours. So now that it's only two rounds, kind of bang it out pretty quick. But yeah, it was pretty underwhelming in my opinion. But shout out though to the youngest, Cassius Winston, getting drafted, and Xavier Tillman. It's unfortunate that y'all went in the second round. I feel like you guys were worthy of first round talent, but I think it's just in lieu of people who have short term memory and not being able to really showcase the full ensemble with the tournament, and see what kind of run we really could make. It's just unfortunate that it got cut short, but that's all right though. Y'all boys is nice, and just remind them, how Michigan State get down in the NBA, and y'all go ahead and solidify y'all spots. I think Cassius, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like he went to the Wizards, which could be potentially a really good spot for him in lieu of hearing about potential trade talks where maybe they're moving on from John Wall and his contract and what have you. So sounds like there's going to be some opportunity for these guys to get some playing time. But I feel like prior to all the COVID stuff, these guys were at the very least late first round picks. So but nonetheless, you got drafted and congratulations, man. Much success. Just continue to put in the work. I know you guys will, and much success on that. But I don't know, man. This is kind of underwhelming. What I'm looking at, this is I don't know. Just looks kind of like it looks like they had all the time in the world to get this together because I heard they have been talking about doing this for a while, and it just I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, man. I'm gonna keep this on and see what happens. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here because I see everybody and their mama in here, so just wanted to chime in for a minute, man. Just talk a little shit for a while. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, as my homie would say. Check out my capital consignment shit on eBay. Capital Consignment World. It'll be in the description. Check me out on Instagram, all one word, Capital Consignment World. Yeah, just putting that firepower on there from time to time, and got a little bit over here. So come shop with your boy, man. But I appreciate y'all tuning in once again. Y'all be easy. Y'all take it. Y'all be safe.